Hello everyone, welcome to Sangha on YouTube as well as what do you call it? I believe you can see me and hear me very clearly. Hello Joy, welcome. I haven't seen you for some time, my friend. I see you in the yoga classes, but Sangha I haven't seen you for some time. And I have some questions here for you, everyone. And let's see if I can stretch them a bit more bigger. So, we have a Therese Pearson. If anybody on YouTube have any question and like to say anything, please feel free to ask any question, or in person if you are in a Zoom meeting. You can also ask any question if you like to. Hello Delaro. We have Anthony. How are you doing, my friend? Okay. Welcome everyone. Today's questions are very relevant to the day-to-day life yoga practice and the meditation practice if you are a practitioner of them. If you are not practitioner of yoga or meditation, it might still be helpful from a breath point of view. So there is question one I have for you from a very, I think it's one of my students who trained to be a teacher with me in I think a couple of years back. I practice yoga daily. I hope so. Otherwise, there is no use of becoming a yoga teacher. And run long distance. All of the sudden, I started to struggle with my breath when running. It seems my lung capacity decreased. Is it change of season or other reasons? Can prana kriya yoga help me, or it is a sign from body to slow down? I don't really know. The point one, there is several possibilities here. You are running. Are you running as an exercise, or you are running from a life, or running from a circumstances, running from a situation? Remember, when people start running, there is some deep down, deep-rooted emotion is also there. That triggers the desire to run, running away from yourself, circumstances, situation, or a unknown emotion. That is the situation. Point one. Point two. Recently, there's been some health issues. Everybody is affected by it. If you have had that, I will not say the name, otherwise my video will be censored because you can't talk about it, apparently. So, I'm talking about big C. So, if you have had that, that may also affect your respiratory system. As far as I can remember, knowing your body structure is very vata and pitta. And if any imbalance in your tridosa ayurvedically in your body, that can also affect your respiratory system, and you may struggle to breathe. It is also a possibility, are you holding some emotions that you can't let go of, and you run in, and then your mind takes over and you can't deal with that. So if they run in, creating a sense of panic attack or a sense of suffocation. So what kind of lung capacity decrease you are feeling? Does it make you feel suffocated? Do you feel that you are not having it enough? So there's many different elements of emotions and different feelings is involved when you feel breath, especially. Remember, your breath reflect your inner psychology and how you are emotionally with yourself in your life and in your body. In breath, out breath, retention, as well as in the out breath retention, they all makes a big uh, indirect significance or indirect sign to overall your mental health and how your energy level and mentally you are connected with your body and circumstances around you. And the answer to your question, can prana kriya yoga help? You must know it. You need to ask Joy, how does he feel after prana kriya yoga? He doesn't come very often. You only need to do ask in the group of Himalayan Hatha Yoga, my dear. You will find out any teacher from a Himalayan Hatha Yoga practice participating in the Pranakriya Yoga, they will tell you how helpful it is and how beneficial it is. If not, just go on the Facebook page, you ask a comment. Is any teacher or any practice of Himalayan Hatha Yoga? Or there at the Pranakriya Yoga page, you can ask it through. So you get all the information from there, and they will have the lots of lovers of Pranakriya Yoga who will be able to help you how amazing practice it is. I have Anthony who started practicing yoga recently. He's a good runner as well. Do you notice the difference in the Pranakriya Yoga and your running, Anthony? Do you find any beneficial to your running Pranakriya Yoga?
I think the benefit I felt from practicing prana kriya yoga and running is I'm able to regulate my breath more when I'm running, so it stays a consistent pattern.
So that's the one benefit you already felt after few classes, yeah?
So I actually stay breathing through my nose and regulate my breath through my nose.
Exactly, that's how you're supposed to run anyway. So it becomes your brain get enough oxygen. So watch out if you run in and breathing through your mouth, that can also a difficulty for you. So find a few adaptation, help a self-evaluation, try to understand what exactly are you practicing, how you are running, what is your mental state at that time. Drop out the music so you can listen to yourself, not to the music. Create less distraction for you. Also, pay attention to your breath when you're running. Make sure mouth zipped up. If you don't have it, put a tape over it. See how long you can run. If you ever want to run, I will recommend you to mask your tape, mouth, and run. Breathe through your nose. You might find it very difficult in the early days, but it will be very useful in the long term. And if you have had a big C, please also be mindful that do affect your respiratory system as well as your internal organs as well. So I am not aware of your health. So, but if you do come to Prana Kriya Yoga with myself or many other people who teaches Prana Kriya Yoga, will be able to find immense help for your running or increase of your breath capacity. Question 2 I have a from that is also from my very dear student. I can't disclose the names by the way. They are also teachers. During meditation class, sat cross-legged. How else you would sit anyway, apart from cross-legged? You can't sit down, the legs flopped up like you're sitting in the couch. Not going to work anyway. That will not be meditation. That will be called vegetation. Do you understand the vegetation and meditation? You just vegetate yourself. Or you can meditate yourself. So it depends what state of mind you're. If you're lazy in the body, and you just plonk yourself in any posture or whatever you can, means you are meditating yourself. To meditate, you are attentive, you are alert, you have a certain level of engagement with your body while you are meditating. At least you have some attention. So, during meditation, sat cross-legged, this is a good sign. I get pins and needles from knees to the toes in both legs. And my legs are totally dead. How dead they are, you are able to walk. I have never seen anybody coming back to life from death. If that is happening to you, you must have miracle capabilities, my friend. You have a miraculous capability. Miracle is happening to you every time you meditate. Does anybody have come back from dead to alive? Nobody. But your legs are keep coming back to alive every time. So you have miraculous qualities. Please help other people. And go to the person, whoever is dying, tell them I have ability to bring the life from dead. If you can do that, I guarantee you, somebody will patent you. And make sure you keep that quiet, yeah, if you do that. My legs are dead at the end. Do they, I hope, become alive? Otherwise, I have seen you do yoga postures afterward. Dead bodies don't even get up. I sat through it and they are totally dead. Again. But that's okay. They come back again alive. When you move them, they comes back alive again. That also happens to my friend Anthony as well, time to time. I am pretty sure it happens to almost everyone, including myself. But my leg doesn't become dead. They go to a different level of energetic flow. Not if I'm no longer aware physically of my legs, but I'm aware energetically of my legs. So they are not dead. Few minutes after the class had finished, the feeling was quite uncomfortable. I have never seen dead parts of the body have feelings. But you are unique, there is possibility. And the legs feel very quite uncomfortable. Is this supposed to happen? Or am I sitting incorrectly? Luckily, you did not ask me, is the Kundalini awakening in my legs? That's the most people ask question. When I sit down quietly, I have pins and needle in my body. Is my kundalini awakened in my legs? So that is a good, correct question you ask. Is sitting incorrectly or is supposed to happen? Both, in my opinion. You are sitting incorrectly as well as is supposed to happen. It's supposed to transcend your mind from your physical limitation and from your physical body. How can you be aware of your eternal self, that is abundance, where you are limited by physical body? During meditation, you should be free from physical pain, free from your mental pain, free from your emotional pain. Then there is possibility for some miracles to happen. The mind plays the game. I like it. I found a new toy in meditation that was a color. Or I found a new toy that was a light or tingling sensation in the body. These are hurdles. Then you pass that, your spiritual attachment, pass the spiritual attachment. Then you arrive at the doorstep of the meditation. By that time, you stop practicing because you already believe, I have seen light, I have seen color, I have experienced tingling sensation, I have mastered meditation. Actually, when you pass all those obstacles, you arrive at the door of meditation. But by that time, I guarantee you 99.99% of people stop meditating, they become teachers. They say, I don't need to meditate anymore. I have experienced everything that I supposed to through meditation. Now, I don't need to meditate. Oh yeah, I'm meditating, but just entertaining that, only going to the door of meditation, but coming back, not going further. When you have risen above physical discomfort, mental discomfort, emotional discomfort, spiritual attachment of siddhis, spiritual attachment of the powers, spiritual attachment of seeing colors, auras, kundalini, seeing God, seeing light, hearing ringing bells, all those things where you have transcended. At that time you arrive at the door of meditation. That's when the meditation begins. Till then is the preparation. Because your meditation is infinite. You are infinite. You are going to the point where you can drop yourself into the finite. But if you get distracted by physical discomfort and constantly move while you are meditating, how can you go even to feel your mind? Your legs are bothering you. Your attachment is physical survival, and meditation is supposed to be a death for your ego. Meditation is supposed to be a death for the desire. Meditation is supposed to be a death for a limitation. Meditation was the death for your senses. You are connecting with your true Atman inside. But your body holds you back. Oh, I got a little bit discomfort in my toe, let's adjust the feet, I go back again. Then once you done it, the other toe starts hurting, you move it back again. Then you realize my back hurts, move the buttocks up, put something underneath. This constant fiddling around. So when you meditate, you must take a sankalpa. I am not going to move no matter what happens. Even the whole world comes to an end, I am not going to move. That should be your intention. Even it's so painful in the body. I guarantee you, it happens not to you one time, my dear. Every time you meditate, you have the same problem. Your legs go dead, but they become alive. They die again, they becomes alive. They die again, they becomes alive. You have uncomfortable feeling, you have a fear. So what happens? I would suggest you to sit through it. Stay in meditation. You should be steady in your sankalpa. Sankalpa is your self-oath that you are staying to override your mental limitation, what your mind playing games with you. Physically, you can do always raise your hip slightly high. See if that helps. Raise your hip slightly high. Make sure knees are lower than your hips. Your knees are lower than your hips. Do not sit down in the lotus, because your lotus posture, if you're not used to, lotus is a very powerful posture. If you have a emotional blockage in your body, you drink alcohol or have a other substance stuck in the nervous system, emotionally not healed, your energy doesn't flow to lower two chakras, and you do a lotus posture, you are going to create yourself a problem. Lotus posture is done where your lower two chakras are a bit more healthier, and your relationship with the lower chakras are healthier. Otherwise, remain seated in Sukhasana, cross leg. Make sure you raise your hips slightly high. These are slightly lower than your hips. And that will be your physical posture. Next time when you come to the practice, I will pay a bit more extra attention to you. I may guide you even. Now I'm aware. But I'm very... if you have experience that your legs go dead, you feel uncomfortable, but they come back again, I will recommend to all of you, don't move. Let them go dead. Because you know they become alive again. So why disturb the meditation? Why disturb your meditation? If they are going to come back alive, you have experienced many times, the legs go numb, you move them, they are there back again. Maybe one time you sat through it, there was a, came back again. Next time when you meditate, your mind flashes that light to you. Sorry, legs are in pain. You say, okay, I have experienced that before. Please let me continue my journey. You continue meditating. Don't listen to it. Unless you live in fear, please do listen. Your mind can give you nothing but fear. Your mind can give you nothing but fear, depending what is your relationship with your mind is. What is your relationship with your mind is. If your relationship with your mind is unhealthy or always looking for a problem, your mind will control you. If mind controls you, operates you, or you operate the mind, it depends which way is working. If mind is ruling your senses, your body will always give you fear. When you are ruling the mind, that is a bit more healthier relationship. If that makes sense to you? If it's yes, please try to meditate and find a way. Don't let the mind rule you, but build a healthier relationship with the mind. Pins and needles also happens to me, but my pins and needles gives me pleasure. They gives me joy because I see them as a passing process from the body. Meditation trains your mind to die. Meditation trains your mind to die. I should not talk about that because nobody wants to hear about it, but it's a very fascinating subject. When you are dying, you have so much pain in your body, and the fear comes in the body, you want to hold on to it. So you can't really die happy. You die in pain, in disgrace, in discomfort. Clinging and holding on to the things, creating more karmic limitation and karmic boundaries for you. Meditation was designed so you can leave your body. Death can never touch you. As long as you have not died while you are in the body or controlled by the pain of the body, you are going to die. Death should never reach you. You should reach the death before death reach you. That was the aim of meditation. Does that make sense to you? You cannot die. As long as you are dying, you are coming back and again and again and again. Death and birth cycle. But when you reach to the death, before you have death from the body, you have taken in nirvana. That is a nirvana subject is. So make sure when death comes to your body, already find you dead. There is nobody to die. There is no fear at that time. If muscular fear, pain fear, your body feeling any form of discomfort, means there is a limitation. There is somebody inside the body. When you meditate, you break all your physical limitations. Discomfort meditation, your attachments are gone. What is the pain? Attachment to the body, attachment to your senses, and control over them. But when you are meditating, you don't have any of it. I remember one time I had a very dear friend of mine who used to ask me all the time, can I teach him meditation? Can I teach him meditation? I knew that the person is not ready. Person is not ready. One day, 2 days, 3 days. One day I asked him, sure, I will teach you meditation. I think I was sitting in a park or at railway station, I think. We were going somewhere. He was going home. I was going back to the studio to teach a class. So I asked, let's go sit down in the park. I called the center that I am not coming to teach a class. So we start having a discussion. I said to him, sit down comfortably. I will teach you, give you enlightenment right now if you're ready. If you're not ready, it's not going to happen to you. Doesn't matter how much you are meditating. So we were having a conversation. So I asked him, close your eye first of all. And don't open them, doesn't matter what happens. He got scared in case I run away with his bag. Or I slapped his face. I told him the story that my teacher used to do that to me sometime with his stick. So he got scared in case I slapped him. He was scared to close his eyes. But finally, he did close his eyes. Then I took him through a journey. I said, he had a very successful business. I said, your business is completely busted and there is no more business for you. How does it make you feel? He literally, his phone, he wanted to reach to his phone. Little reaction, despite his business is still there, but it's only a 10-minute journey into a meditation. Then I asked him slowly, you have your girlfriend have left you, and then please continue meditating. He already panicking now because he said it took him some time to convince that girl to be with him. How can she leave me? I love her so much. I said, drop that attachment. She doesn't love you, neither you love her. He's just creating a fantasy. Continue meditating. And I tell him that your house Your head is also gone. You become totally bankrupt, and your bank is completely empty. Your bank account have a zero, and you are still meditating. Now his body starts shaking, despite nothing has happened. He starts panicking already. I continue to ask him to meditate. I asked him, do you still like to meditate? I would like to learn. He said, yeah, sure, I can cope with it. Continue. Because he has psychologically reassurance that he still have all those things still, because he knows they are still there, he's just meditating. I asked him, now would you like to meditate? You are totally, your family members, all of your friends are gone, and you have lost your mind completely. Everybody thinks you are insane and absolutely mental, not fit for society. You are no longer fit for society or your friend circle. They think that you are a lunatic and a bit crazy. So now you are on your own. Are you still interested in meditation? He said, yeah, sure, I have come that far, I still like to meditate. Say, now all of your clothes are gone, you are totally naked, and you're still meditating. He said, that's very good. I continue. I said, now wherever you are meditating, the cliff is broken, and you are falling. You are falling into an infinite. There is unknown. What you are going to do? He said, I will look for some support. I will try to find a rope or something to survive. And he freaked out. He said, I am not interested in meditation. If I have to lose my girlfriend, lose my house, lose my business, lose my identity, lose all of my friends, not fit for society, not have clothes on, and completely have absolutely nothing. Even end of the day, I have not even my identity because I'm falling. I don't want meditation. I said that's what exactly meditation is. When you arrive at the door of the meditation, you don't have anybody with you. You have no wealth, you have no business, you have no friends, you have no fit for society. As long as you engage with society at the time, you are not meditating. And as long as you keep covering yourself with projected ideology, projected stories, projected colors, means you have clothes on, you are not fully naked, at least with yourself in your meditation. You can't meditate. And you are not falling you because holding on to it. You are not going to meditate. Meditation is an infinite journey, unknown path. You are just falling, but no fear of falling. You just embrace it. What is there to lose if you are meditating? But when you are meditating, you want to be in control. That's why your meditations are not successful. Because you want to be in control. You cannot even trust meditation and go into meditation with open heart, open arms, open warmth, embracing it. But you want a projected outcome. That is the problem. And what you teach, meditation, also projected outcome. Everybody who is meditating, you're lying to each other as well as including yourself. Whoever teaches meditation, if you are not teaching people to accept themselves as they are, even for 5 minutes, you're just creating another story on their psychology, another story in their mind to believe, to keep them in the loop, keep them covered under the illusion of belief. Every belief should shred in your meditation. The only way you can grow is a meditation, at least reach to the point that where you can drop yourself, totally drop it. So on that note, if you are been meditating, have not gone through those situations, and you think you are meditating, actually my definition, you are not meditating. Meditation is where no longer you. You have no idea that you are meditating. Means you have arrived at the door. You are about to enter into the God's kingdom, which is starting point of meditation. So try to think about it. But what happens, there's a loss of sacrifice, mental sacrifice. But there is no golden dust yogi there. There is no golden light there. There is no, what you call it, blue light. There is no, angels are not dancing. Why should I meditate? If it's going to be so tasteless, there is no drama in the meditation. Why would I meditate? At least this life is a lot more entertaining than meditation. I have a lot more fun while I'm not meditating. But when I meditate, you're asking me to give up absolutely everything for nothing. I am not willing to do that. And that is the problem. I have a next question for you. Delaro, you raised the hand digitally. Please ask, do you have a question?
No, I wanted to comment on the benefits of Kriya, but we're already in another question.
Okay, we keep it next time for you. I would like you to send me a video recorded benefit of Kriya. Okay?
Video recording? Okay.
Yeah, please do. Okay.
I will tell.
So, next question I have is Namaste Yogi. Namaste, my friend. I will keep it confidential because you asked me to keep it private. Can you please talk about the Yugas? Everybody knows about Yugas. Yugas means like cycle of time. The 26,000 year cycle of existence, absolutely I have no idea. But I will still continue. What is that central axis our solar system is rotating around? I will be more interested what is my solar system, my center axis, where my mind is rotating from. That should be my first interest, not solar system. If you remember, I always says, I am not interested in God. That's never been my priority. My priority has been, is God interested in me? If my spirituality is so strong, why I need to be interested in God? I am pure, God should build His own interest looking for me. I don't need God, God needs me. You should be so pure. Rise your vibration to the clarity. So I'm not talking about, some people believe that God is a figure. I'm not talking about that God, my dear. So the point is, what axis of your solar system is rotating, not the universal solar system. That is so much to talk about there. Have you understood yourself before we understand the universe? Probably not. Have you understood your mind before we understand the yogas? Probably not. How the intelligence of the people living in the certain yogas is influenced by it. I heard that closer we are, the more intelligence humanity is. I guarantee you, absolutely true. More closer you are to your axis, more intelligent you are, more brighter you are. More far away from your center you are, more stupid you are. Does that make sense to you? It's same, I'm finding answer in your question. Is same, what do you call it, Ghatakas and Mathakas. There's two words we use in Vedanta. The, we call it the outer space and the inner space. Whatever is outside, that is also inside your body. axis, you are the yoga itself. Can you please say few words about the ancient Egyptians? Very brutal people. Some of them still are. Some of them very kind. Some of them still are. I don't believe at the time of a Buddha there was no unkindness. Otherwise, Buddha does not need to go in a search. At the time of Christ, there was no brutality. Time of Krishna, there was no brutality. Otherwise, they do not need to incarnate. There was Dwapar, Satyuga, Treta. All those yogas, every time God have incarnated because there was a unkindness on the earth. Even those times of the yogas. So there was a demonic nature. You can hear the stories of demons, you can hear the stories of the unkind people, and all the demonic act towards the humanity as well there, those times as well, including slavery, including mental slavery, including control, including the brutality. All those things exist that time as well as today. It's a matter how close to your axis you are is important. First importance, you should be focusing how close to your center axis you are. Are you operating from your center? I they say about pyramids was built was pretty high. It is denied today that historians claim humanity evolved from Stone Age and deny the existence of higher intelligence living on the earth before. Hope it makes sense. Can you please shed the light on that topic? Thank you. I do believe at present human intelligence may think very smarter but not really. There's many races have been, people have been, I was not there at the time, so I can't really comment on it. But my interest is today, you work toward to operating from the center axis. More smarter you become, more intelligent you become. Time of Krishna, they used to have weapons. Time of Rama, they used to have weapons. Time of all the previous yogas were a lot more smarter. You can find the civilization that is buried. You can also find civilization that is what do you call it? Near Greece that buried in the water. The Atlantis. There's a Dwarika buried in west of India and literally matching to the dates of stars. The beautiful architecture, beautiful sculptures, they have been crafted. Intelligence is always there. Creativity is always there. There is always been a people. Whatever modern science is building in the based on Vedic system. All the knowledge is there, they only refining it. You think your painkillers are come from where? Out of middle of nowhere? Actually not. They use heroin, the drug. Actually they, in Middle East and some of the Eastern countries, and they still use heroin as a painkiller, but they use it in a different form. But now you get patented, processed it, you put a different name into it, you put a chemical name for it, then you have no idea what actually you are taking. So most of things, the substance, enzymes, all that belongs to nature. Nature is very intelligent. If you can align to understand yourself, align with your inner center. Forget about yogas. My personal opinion, forget about yogas, forget about the universe center, find your center, you will discover universe center. When your center can drop, you will become a part of universe. So I hope that makes sense to some of you. We can talk about more about yogas, but it is a talking about the history, talking about the past cannot change your present. I cannot transform your being. I can listen to a holy stories day in day out, will not transform my mind, will not transform my existence. But when I work with myself, when I discover myself, and when I work to create a possibility to go deeper inside myself, that will create a transformation for me. So on that note, thank you everyone. If you have any questions, please ask. If not, see you next week. The Sangha will be left on YouTube. You can share it and watch it again if you like. If you have any questions, please drop back to me a message. We talk about it next week. Thank you everyone. Thank you everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed on YouTube.
Thank you, Yogi. Bye-bye.